Alright, what do we do around here on, what is it, Labor Day? Labor Day weekend. It's no rest. I haven't worked so hard in my freaking life past 2 years. This one's going to, this one's just going to Patty. Well, Lori said she was getting a lawyer because she can afford it. So, I don't know. We'll see how many billable hours fucking they can get racked up for. I can't think with this music on. Alright, so we're going to ask for... I just dropped the phone. It's ADA accommodations, because they always get declined. Demand for discovery. And I figure it's time for a psychological evaluation on Patty. So, I guess you can read this kind of at your leisure. So, in the beginning, I just opened it up talking about the motion to terminate the order of protection. These things, they get filed, and they're never looked at. Like, you're going to drag me in there once again. Once again. To freaking beat me up or just totally demolish me. I don't think so. You can't just read freaking what I wrote you. So it's give them something else they won't read. But let's talk about Patty defrauding the court. Talk about the estate. The estate that Lori says doesn't exist. My mother said, I'm going to write you out of the will. You don't have a will. You have a freaking... You have a freaking family trust. It doesn't work like that. Talk about Florida trust code. And, yeah, just gonna bitch. My address is up there. It's on public record. So, yeah, I put in the clerk. So it wasn't an emergency. So I got a freaking bounty on my head from these fucking cops once again. Just doesn't qualify. This is the same one that these clerks, they wrote I put a motion to compel, and they put it as contempt. They're such idiots. Just imagine these women down there. There's like one guy down there. I don't know. They're all freaking useless. So, anyway, so talk about facing jail time over this. Put down asked for ADA accommodations. They were declined. Fully disabled. The doctor will tell you. The federal judge will tell you. I'm sure these guys hang out their Mason meetings or whatever, and they should be. Left hand don't know what the right hand's doing. Talk about how she called Pasco Sheriff multiple times. Talk about, it's hard to read this and have it so small. But, yeah, talk about her and Alexa kidnapping me to go to Taco Bell. And then I got beat up in hospital, thrown on my head. Talk about Dr. Marlene Hart. My writ of habeas corpus. There's so many witnesses that were in that room. Like I was in one, it was like a big meeting room with all these freaking head honchos and the freaking mental defective factory. So I just put the and declined ADA accommodation once again, being forced to attend another hearing rather than simply reading my motion, examining my evidence. I got some more evidence to go with this. So denied fair and equal access to the court for this reason. Could not utter one sentence without being dismissed by Judge Mansfield, having nothing to do with his case. I don't like this guy, seriously. I believe his mind was made up before the hearing started. Couldn't even ask to see the evidence my whole mother, the petitioner, supposedly supplied the court. So here's my list of, I'm not gonna, there's so much fucking case law on this, and this is why YouTube hates me, because I say the F word too much. But I asked for a court-appointed attorney at no cost to me, is unable to defend myself, potentially unable to stand trial. Like, how do you know? Like, I had a psych eval by this freaking one guy when I was facing a year in jail for walking the dog. And the guy's like, oh, you're fine. Like, I just got out of 2 of these freaking places on involuntary holds, and I'm fine. I was flipping out on the guy, too. I asked for an interpreter. I have no idea what's being said or communicated in the setting. I need an interpreter. I need an ADA advocate. Completely stressed out, exacerbated my disabilities, which destroys any chance that I have a fair and equal access to this court and a fair hearing. This took me like 2-3 hours to write this. You don't have any time in front of them. I can't freaking shut down in front of them, because these people are freaking awful. Worse than awful. Asked Judge Mansfield to recuse himself from the case, to be replaced by a fair and impartial judge that will abide by the law, both Florida and federal, as is the ADA. They don't exist there. A hearing by Zoom, with a time later in the day, with my attorney, advocate, and interpreter present. 10 a.m. as provided, just like the last time, requires me to stay up all night and to attend and worsens my mental deficits, which are part of my disabilities. Physical presence is impossible as well. Get in a fight. Press the button there. I was there once and I pressed the button. I think it was on the, when I got that reckless driving because I wouldn't talk to that stupid state trooper. And I pressed the button so I could converse with my attorney. Like, I got him, he was awesome. Like, he submitted all my motions. He was like the best freaking, like you could use his bar card and he just put everything through for you. He's probably not there anymore. But I pressed the button and this bailiff runs at me. Just, don't touch the equipment. I'm allowed to have private counsel without anyone hearing. I'm not gonna be around those freaking gorillas. So yeah, I put my doctor's name there. Go ahead and call him. Trial by jury as I'm facing potential jail time. A court recorder present and access to their recordings at no charge to me. There's nobody recording these things. It's a private tribunal. So I put the URL to the Supreme Court in lower case law because I'm not writing 50 pages here. They won't go and freaking look at that either. So also request discovery of petitioners. Evidence prior to the next hearing. So all civil trials in Florida are held to the same standard and tried under a criminal jurisdiction. I found that. I can go dig it up again. It's buried. All civil trials or all civil matters are tried under criminal jurisdiction in the state. All right, and pursuant to this rule, I demand. You can read all this. It's standard fare. Private informants, all sorts of shit. Any lawyer will put this on there. Petitioner continues a rampage of fraud, including upon the court, and serving motions to the court, but failing to serve me as required by, and there's a statute. Include this motion sent to Judge Gray, but not sent to me as Exhibit A. So she's made 2 trials out of 1. She's like enjoined so many freaking people. She won't stop. She won't want to give up these instruments. She claims I stole recycling, published private information, including bank information, hacked her Facebook account. Give me a break. To which I see no evidence to provide for any of this nonsense. She appears to think that my personal YouTube channel denotes cyber stalking. It's my personal channel. I believe she requires a psychological evaluation. Ask the court and mandate she receives one as her behavior is dangerous. She continues to see my child and his young sister. The root of this lies within the hiding of the family trust. It's 1999. I'm absolutely 100% a beneficiary. Soon to be the freaking sole trustee and sole beneficiary. Provide all the instruments to the court for inspection. There. It's all this condensed version of what I put in the other freaking motion. And what else do we do here? Yeah, like this part that's highlighted right there, underlined in bold. It also shows that they, they claim jurisdiction over everyone anyway. So watch them try to say they don't claim jurisdiction over this. And a copy of the divorce decree that she claims is hers. That wasn't part of the divorce. It was in '99, and Bob signs all this stuff over. It was in '98 because if you look at the docket number from Hillsborough County Superior Court, it's '98. Like they all freaking they played it. They try to play everybody, except the 3 of them, and now the other one there. And service by mail has been done to petitioner. I'm gonna go freaking march my ass down to the freaking post office, sign this and send it off, and grab my receipts. She never served me, but yeah, that's I wasn't gonna spend. I spent enough time on this, but this is. Do I not have better things to do? Just wait till this is done. All this time they wasted, all these freaking involuntary holds, trying to get me put in jail, watching me in court. These people are absolute monsters. But I don't know. We're documenting. My phone number, it's inoperative. There's my email. Yeah, there you have it. take it for what it is.